Hello. Welcome back to another episode of the Towel Boy, where we try to give you the cleanest takes in sports. Today, we are giving my 2025 NFL awards predictions. So I'm excited. Week two of preseason is pretty much concluded at this point. We're getting closer and closer to the regular season. College football starts this weekend, so that's super exciting. So it's about time for me to give my predictions for the awards this year. I'm going to go pretty quick through each one, starting with kind of like we're going to build up towards the MVPs, towards the bigger ones. So um, here it is. I would love for you guys to also comment below after I give my takes, what you agree with, what you don't, and I want to see your guys' predictions. So starting off with comeback player of the year, to be honest, I don't truly know how you kind of gauge this, like what qualifies as a comeback. Um, so the three guys that I thought of, and it actually happened to be the top three that were listed when I looked up the odds just to see if they qualified. Christian McCaffrey, Dak Prescott, and Aiden Hutchinson. Hutchinson last year looked like he was going to be the defensive player of the year before his brutal leg injury. So if he comes back even half as good as he was, he's going to be a Pro Bowl talent. I've talked in prior episodes how I think Dak and McCaffrey are both going to have huge bounce back years. So those are two guys that I would definitely look at, those three. But my official pick for comeback player of the year, I'm going to go with Christian McCaffrey. I'm going to get into it a little bit later, but I think McCaffrey is going to have an all pro type season, get back to the old McCaffrey that we know. And I think the Niners are going to be really, really good, largely because of McCaffrey. So team success, along with how good I think McCaffrey will be this season, he's going to be my comeback player of the year. Then for coach of the year, this was a tough one for me because I don't see a ton of teams who, I mean, predicting right now, I don't see a ton of teams who are supposed to be really bad making that leap. So I went with Todd Bowles of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, mostly because I have the Buccaneers predicted to win 12 games, and I think that would blow expectations out of the water a little bit, you know. I think that they're not projected to win quite 12 games, so if they won 12 games, won that division that handily, um, I think that would be a very impressive season for the Buccaneers, especially if Godwin's a little bit hurt. If they can navigate that, I think Todd Bowles would at least be in the consideration there. So Todd Bowles, Coach of the Year, is my prediction. For Defensive Rookie of the Year, I didn't want to do this person because of off not my favorite human being, but as a football player, fantastic. I'm going Mike Green of the Baltimore Ravens. Um, Off the field issues for sure, but on the football field, he's a special player for sure. So I thought about people like Abdul Carter. I think there's so many good players on that defense. He might not have the statistical output. Um, at least to be equivalent to Mike Green, but I'm going Mike Green because I think the Ravens defense, top to bottom, is going to be very, very good. He's going to be a contributor to one of the top defenses in the league. Um, so I'm going Mike Green. I think he has impressive bend and speed off the edge. So contributing to a top defense there, Mike Green, the rookie out of Marshall, is going to be my defensive rookie of the year. My offensive rookie of the year, uh, kind of a basic pick, but I'm going Cam Ward, the number one overall pick, the Tennessee Titans quarterback. He's impressed me with some of his throws I saw in preseason. Now, I don't think the Titans are going to be great. I don't think that Cam Ward has the best weapons around him, but I do think Cam Ward is a very good talent, and I think that he's going to be able to make their offense at least competent. So I think the stats that he's going to put up, being a QB helps. Obviously, there's Ashton Genty, Amari Hampton, some of the receivers like Tet McMillan, Emeka Egbuka, right? But I think Cam Ward overall is going to have a very good season in the overall body of work. He's going to deserve offensive rookie of the year there. Defensive player of the year. This one I'm kind of doing. I think it's a little bit of a bold prediction, just because it's kind of a question mark if he's going to start off playing this season. But I'm going to go Micah Parsons of the Dallas Cowboys. Uh, I think this contract situation, I'm going to predict that it lights a fire under him, and he comes out and has the best season that we've seen him have. Right? He's one of the elite pass rushers when he's healthy, when he's playing. We saw last year just the difference he makes when he's on the field for the Cowboys defense. So I think he's going to have some extra fuel, like I said, some motivation. to prove Jerry wrong, right? So Micah Parsons, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw like a 17 plus sack season. So I'm going to go Micah Parsons have a dominant year for the Cowboys defense. Um, it's kind of tricky because it's different than the Mike Green situation. I don't think the Cowboys defense is going to be that awesome, but I think Parsons himself individually is going to be so good. So I'm going to go Micah Parsons, Defensive Player of the Year. Offensive Player of the Year nowadays is basically MVP is the best quarterback. Offensive Player of the Year is the best offensive non-quarterback, right? I'm going with Christian McCaffrey. Now, health is a huge question mark with McCaffrey, but for these predictions, I'm saying he's playing the whole season. I have the Niners winning the NFC. So if that happens, McCaffrey is going to be the reason why. Brandon Ayuk is going to be hurt to start the season. Jawan Jennings is hurt right now. Ricky Pearsall is questionable to start. Um, McCaffrey's going to have to carry the load offensively if they win as many games as I think they can. I think they have an easy schedule, easy against the run, and game script. They're going to be winning, running the ball a lot. He'll get the statistical numbers, and he's going to have the on-field impact. So this might be crazy just because of his injury history, but I think McCaffrey's going to have a fantastic season. So that's why I chose him for comeback player of the year. Because if you win offensive player of the year and you're coming back from injury, I feel like you have to win both of those, right? So McCaffrey, offensive player of the year. And then finally for my MVP, a little bit of that popular pick, but I'm going Joe Burrow. I think he very well could have won it last year if the Bengals won more games. And so I'm predicting that the Bengals win more games and Joe Burrow gets his MVP, right? He's going to cement his name kind of amongst that Mahomes, Allen, Lamar name that he's thrown around it, but might just be a step below because he doesn't have that MVP. Their defense is going to be not great again, and he's going to have to throw. He's going to put up near 5,000 yards, 40 plus touchdowns. Um, I think he's going to be statistically the best quarterback in the league. So a lot of times that will get you recognition for the MVP award. So I'm going Joe Burrow. He gets his MVP. It's going to be tough for some of these QBs playing, with the era of Mahomes, Lamar, Allen. You would think he's going to be one of those three are his favorites. I think Joe, if he's ever going to win one, it's going to be this year. So there it is. There's my super quick. I wanted to give some of my award predictions. Um, I just posted on my blog recently my hot takes for the 2025 season. I'll put the link for that below at hoopsandstuff.blogspot.com. I would really appreciate it if you guys check that one out. Like I said, comment below your award predictions, and I can't wait to keep talking ball as the NFL season is coming up. All right, until next time, have a good one.